he needs to demonstrate?
Yes, we are live. We are live now, guys. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are based. This is Whisper Boy, aka Cyrus, from Manchester in the beautiful United Kingdom. I've got the pleasure of introducing to you Zara and also Fountain. So Fountain and Zara are my co-pilots today, and we're gonna talk about a few important things that. So we covered a little bit yesterday. We covered a little bit about 10 reasons a business must create a podcast. So we want to create something that sells, right? So we want to make people's lives better. Why are we doing this? Because the AI has come, guys, and as much as we want to tell ourselves, it's not going to cost us our jobs. It's not going to make us like go out of work. But in reality, every time you use AI to write a comment for you, to write a post for you, remember, you are putting someone out of work. That's the same work that some ghostwriter used to do, right? Every time you get in AI to create an image, that's the same thing you used to get a Photoshop artist to do, right? And every time you ask a question on AI, you used to go to some website and get the answer from that website. You're not going there anymore, so that's going to kill off the footfall or the traffic to that website, right? So everything that we are doing has consequences on some business. So AI is on its way. Within the next 3 to 5 years, a lot of people are going to be affected. I'm not saying you're going to be out of business. You're going to be out of a job tomorrow, but please remember, think long term. Play the long game, please. Right. So what we are doing here is we create podcasts with people and for people. And those of you who have podcasts, you can come here and we will advertise you. And also, if someone wants to create a podcast, you are in the right place. Okay, so please do not hesitate to ask your questions. We're here to build tomorrow today. Okay, so we're here to make sure, because believe it or not, in the same way that 5 years ago has come and gone, the next 5 years are also going to come, and they will also be gone soon, right? So are you preparing your business? Are you preparing yourself to have a business? If you have a business, are you equipping is your business podcast ready? Okay, I'm more than likely you are. Your business is podcast ready. The question is, are you ready for creating a podcast? Either you have to pay someone to do it for you, or you have to do it yourself. Okay, so the fact that your business needs a podcast is non-negotiable within our system. So when AI takes over, and a lot of by the way, it's not AI taking over. Okay, it's not a machine. It's not Terminator. And it's not, I don't know, whatever they used to call it in terms, it was Cyberdyne or whatever they used to call it.
Cyrus, sorry. Can we introduce Fontaine because she's new to this? So
we will. Don't worry. We will introduce her. So, Fontaine, by the way, she's here to join our network of friends. Okay, and to join our network of friends, and like many other people who have started a podcast, she's going to start a podcast as well. Now, just like Zara rightly said, we're going to introduce Fontaine as well. So Zara, please go ahead.
well, I'm going to hand you guys over to the most beautiful person, the Black Horse from Andalusia and now in Liverpool. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Fontaine and I'm 42 and I'm from Liverpool. Now, I met Zara a while back in Spain, and she doesn't know, but she inspires me too. And for such a young person as well, she inspires me. So when I see Zara doing these podcasts, it triggered me. It really, really triggered me, because I know it sounds silly, but do you know when you've got them pushy parents? Like my mum was one of them. Fontaine, your name's going to be up in light. And then something come to me, yeah, and I was like, I'm Zara and Whistleblower, you're going to help me? So that's why I'm here, because I really, really do want to do a podcast. And to be honest, you know, at the beginning you said, like, what's the podcast going to be, and what's the hit on important messages and stuff. But sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say on my podcast. So if I was going to do my podcast, obviously I'm not being egotistic, but it would be about me, and then I'd get guests on who would talk about what they were interested in. But the thing for me, what I'm interested in anyway, is spirituality. So the majority of the conversations would be spirituality, probably my experience, because I really just want to get my experience out there because it can just help people. It can just help people. So yeah, I can't wait.
Thank you so much, Fontaine.
So
how long ago did you decide in your head that I want to have a podcast? When was it?
when I seen Zara, that was it. Zara is just, she's just amazing. She grips you. You can't not scroll past Zara. She's amazing. It's Zara. She inspired me. I've always liked to talk.
She's inspiring.
I go to I'm a member of Liverpool Speakers Club. So I go there and we stand up and talk. I don't really stand up and talk much. I'm more of a listener, but we go there. But it's different. It's different. It's different here on a podcast, because when you are around people, right? Sometimes I do think you can't really be yourself when you're not. When you're around too many people, if you get what I mean. Like if I'm with more people, sometimes it can make you feel. It can make you feel like secluded, yeah, because their energy is not your energy, doing good around your energy. Do you know what I mean? But when you've got all different energies, so now I feel so comfortable with you. So a podcast is better for one. You know, everyone's energy around you, and you're all going to be on the same level, because you all want the same type of thing. Where when I go to Speakers Club, people are just going there just to do like maybe a speech for a best man speech, or something. Podcasting's different. It's just amazing, and I can't wait.
Oh, that's amazing. You excite me as well, Fontaine. The way you're describing it, it's just phenomenal. How do you feel about the talk so far?
Oh my God, my Fontaine. Oh my God, my black horse woman. You know, the first day I met you, Fontaine. So guys, hi, I'm Zara Camp. I am the founder of Zara Pod, and I'm also the founder of Real Talk Reclaimed. I had the honor of interviewing a very interesting individual, because I remember, Fontaine, when you came onto the podcast that I had before, I was so surprised, because, you know, sometimes you podcast and people say, well, I don't understand this person and I don't understand that. You were so real. Your voice was it was very real. And I remember, like, on TikTok, I had 1,000 and something views, and you made around 420,000. Imagine 420,000. Imagine you made a difference. You made a difference, Fontaine. You made a difference. And you are here to make a difference, because Fontaine, genuinely.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing late. No, but Fontaine, you had such, like, remember, there was someone who was going through a situation, right? And they lost their son from suicide.
Yeah.
And she listened to your episode, and you know what she said? She said, I feel her. I feel her. Do you know when someone sends you a message, like, you know, I was on Spotify. I'm ranting. I'm shouting at my laptop. But she said you made a difference. That is what podcasting is about. And that's what
it is. It is. That's it. It's like, you know what? I don't go onto social media and talk about my experience. I'm not. You don't know nothing about me from social media. My experience. We need podcasts because the things that I want to speak about, I don't want to just speak about suicide and mental health and psychosis and schizophrenia on Facebook. On Facebook, these are professional conversations with people that have really, really experienced these things, and podcasts are the way forward. And you know what? Sometimes people might not want to go to the doctors, people and see or speak to someone who has experienced it, because half of them mental health nurses and half of them psychiatric nurses haven't got a clue. So you meet people like myself who's experienced something, who've gone through a mental health crisis, and like you say, I'm made up that you told me that, Zara, because I thought that my speaking weren't doing anything, that I weren't doing anything, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to reach people, to touch people, and to say that you're going to get out of it, whatever you're in, you're going to pull through, and it's going to be amazing when you get to the other side. Because I'm here now. When you said before, sorry, what Whisper Boy? When you said to me before, you said, "What made you?" And I said Zara. But on an unconscious, deeper level, I've always wanted I've something to say. It's always been in me. I've just needed to meet someone like yourselves.
Absolutely. Look, my
Sorry.
my reason. No, don't be, because I'm so proud of what you just said. It's very similar to why I started. Like in 2019, I was going through difficult experiences, and then I realized, okay, it's not just me, and I was like, okay, so I have to create something. But what is my reason really? Because I struggled the most. It's not the technical side of it that I struggled with. It was finding that reason why I am struggling. Why is it that I'm struggling with my reason? Why is it? It's simply because I hadn't found it yet, and there was multiple until you narrow it down to one thing. You can't have one reason.
Yeah, Chantel has to go. Fontaine, sorry, not Chantel. Fontaine has to go. Thank you, Fontaine.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Fontaine. Can you hear us?
We're
Bye.
going to connect with you.
Okay, thank
Bye-bye,
you.
my lovely.
Thank you. It was
Bye-bye.
lovely to see you.
Sorry, Cyrus.
Oh, she's
Yes.
fantastic. No, that's fine. She's phenomenal. What do you think? How do you feel about the talk so far? I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, no, it's very nice to, we did these lives around 3 days ago.
You
And
nearly cried. You nearly cried there when she was about to cry.
oh my God. I was just like, no, let's not deal with this. But literally, sometimes as a podcaster, yeah, I know you had questions before, like reasons a business must create a podcast to sell. I think authenticity, like people want to buy the raw and the real. And, Fontaine it's not just her name, it's her emotion behind it. So I think in order to create a podcast to sell, you have to be an individual who says, you know what, this is how I feel, and someone who is listening will understand. I was so proud of the amount of listeners. Even that one comment came back, and she said, I'm inspired to start a podcast because I had things to say. But yeah, it made me feel, I think I'm ranting too much because you're doing this. Yeah.
So, Zara, I'm gonna.
Yes.
No, joking aside, thank you for your contribution as well.
No, you are.
And you bring really cool guests to the show, and I think the next one is who's the next one?
Oh, Juliet.
Juliet, yeah.
Yeah, B2B.
Yeah, sure.
Juliet, yeah. So Juliet, and then
we will introduce her.
Yeah, you have 15 people.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So let's go to the subject matter that we wanted
Yes.
to introduce to people. For those of you who just joined us, my name is Cyrus. I'm Whisperboy, and I have the pleasure of being accompanied by Zara Camp, the founder and the mother of Zarapod.com. And she's fantastic. So, guys, we want to talk about 10 reasons a business must create a podcast to sell. How do you know your business needs a podcast? Your sales aren't where they're supposed to be. That's a very good point to start from. Okay, so if you want to sell more, if you want to sell and you're not selling right now, your business isn't selling, and you're not using podcasting as a tool, you need to rethink your process. Okay, so it's very important for you to have a podcast or have a YouTube channel. You need some sort of channel of some sort. So reason one, we're going to go through them very quickly. So we are pressed for time a little bit today. So authority and expertise. A podcast positions you as the go-to voice in your industry, building trust before you can you even make a sales pitch. Okay, so why is it that people sometimes don't like a podcast? They label them as salesy. You know, when people don't like some um, program, they just call it salesy or sleazy or whatever they call it. And um, we don't sell unless we understand the problems, right? If you understand the problems that someone's experiencing, you can sell to them, because they want to sell, they want to buy from you because they know you can understand them, right? So understanding them is the bridge. Okay, build the bridge between your service and product and the customer. What is it the customer wants? To be heard, to be understood, and to be sold to. Ironically, people hate to be sold to. People want to buy. When you create a podcast, you don't have to sell. You just discuss, and then they realize, and then they purchase if they need it. If they don't need it, please do not push the product, because that puts them off your podcast. That's bad for your podcast. Next is deep audience connection. Zara, this is yours. This is definitely you. Deep audience connection, because I can see people are connecting with you on TikTok like really deeply as well. Do you want to take this one?
No, so deep audience connection. I think when you consider people hear your tone, it's not about ranting, but it's about holding a particular conversation to hold a particular type of person. Because at the end of the day, your personality on every social media platform is relatable. There's memory, there's something, there is that thing. Like you guys heard, Fontaine. Fontaine is from Liverpool. Not a lot of people. Like I remember when I had her on first, people, said, well, we don't understand her lingo because, Liverpoolians have a particular accent. But when you get a message on social media, and I've, like Cyrus, I've started creating posts that showcase people. And when you showcase people and you teach them how to showcase themselves, they think, oh, wow, I like this. You're doing this for me. I feel comfortable with you. And I think that when you have the connection and you interview an individual, it's not necessarily about the rants or the laughs or the things. It's about what your audience needs. They need to hear reality. They need to hear truth. They need, the I guess, of being real. And branding is genuinely branding is genuinely about what exactly? It's about
Brandon.
knowing that you are that brand. When you get an individual who messages you back, become the brand and understand that, like, remember Cyrus did the test yesterday with me? I'm a mirror. So I project onto you what you see and you need. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, thank you so much. You are fantastic. So the next item that we want to cover. So this was deep audience connection. So in a podcast, you can connect on a deeper level compared to just text or a post or an ad on TV or on the radio. You can connect with them. Okay. The next one is long form storytelling. Unlike short ads, podcasts let you tell the full story behind your product or service or your brand and your mission. So what do we mean by that? So I have a story called The Tale of Bonovinotte, right? So that's a story in which a wizard creates a wine and adds some really magic stuff to the wine, and then that's actually that wine that's in the background. Oh. So it's called Vino Torino, and that's one of the wines in that under that brand, Bonovinotte. So when people drink that wine, they stop in their village. They stop complaining, etc., etc. So that is long form storytelling. Long form storytelling. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a short story, if it's not a short story. You can expand on things in a podcast. That's the point. So Zara's got this brand. What was the brand that you taken over, Zara? What was the name of that? The hair care one.
Oh my god, mixed hair care. Mixed hair
That one.
care. Yeah,
Mixed
mixed
hair
hair
care.
care. Yeah. It's mixed hair
So
care.
the fantastic shampoo and fantastic softener. So conditioner, sorry, not softener. So when you talk about that in your podcast, you've got more opportunities to expand on the product, what it does, and this brings me to the next one. 10 reasons a business must create a podcast to sell. Okay, so if your sales stats aren't where you want them to be, please talk to someone like Zara Camp, and she will help you, at least point you in the right direction. You don't necessarily have to make a purchase with Zara. You can ask, you can book a 15-minute coffee chat with her. I'm sure she will take out 15 minutes out of her day if her
Cyrus, unless I'm
long
dealing with
queue allows her.
Cyrus, unless I'm dealing with Dubai or the Bahrainis, which is like 2 hours away. So like imagine most of my clients are 2 hours away from me. So
Yeah.
and it's for the minimum job. Probably I think it's like about 30 minutes. But they're literally awake before we are. Because it's 2 hours ahead, right? So the thing I'm saying Dubai is this, because a lot of my clients come from Middle Eastern countries. And guys, do you know what birds are? Do you know what a bird is? A bird, Cyrus. Do you know what a bird is? A bird is a
It's like isn't it a currency in Thailand? The baht?
No. A baht is a barrel of oil in the Middle East.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I deal in
I didn't
bahts.
know that.
I don't deal in pounds. I deal in bahts. So yeah,
you're on a different level.
No, this is the thing, Cyrus. It's so funny. For example, the company I work for is called My Dad, and you know when they say to me like, "Oh, how much?" Like I learned this a very long time ago because I was an oil child. My daddy worked for Aramco and Sabic, and I learned about oil money a very long time ago. When my clients in Dubai and in Bahrain and Qatar and Kuwait, I literally look at the exchange rate and I think, you know what? I'll trade with them in bahts because a barrel of oil is exactly what I need. But that is what it is. It's literally you speak about your weekly, monthly episode. You keep naming, your customers. I am going to start to give my clients more attention because If someone comes to you in barrels, what do? You don't give them pizza. What do? You produce the best, because this is not a pound or £20 an hour or £30 an hour. You're working with an individual who is what? Multilingual in Arabic. And as the Arabs say, Atini, give me, and I'll hear you. It's not about come to the market and say what you have, but it's about show me. And that is what branding is about. You brand yourself to a point that you are buying birds. And guys, go and Google it. Go Google what is a bird, and then come to me with your price, because I'm not dealing with
and the price of it. Yeah, absolutely. And it goes up and down every hour, every minute of every day. Now, thank you, Zara. Now, a podcast is about consistent brand presence. So what does that mean? Weekly or monthly episodes. Keep your name in your customer's mind without feeling pushy. So have you ever seen people who join your LinkedIn account, right? Join your LinkedIn as a friend, or join your Facebook as a friend, right? And then right off the bat, like almost immediately, they pitch slap you, right? So what does that mean? That means they send you a message, they slide into your DMs and say, I'm doing this, buy from me. I can do your SEO. Let me make your YouTube channel better than before. Let me increase your sales stats. Let me bring you a few customers. I'm like, no, if you do your job well, you wouldn't have to beg to sell. Okay, do it well. Don't beg to sell. Now the next one is low cost, high impact marketing. Compared to traditional ads, podcasts have minimal production cost and long lasting reach. So you may have to go to someone like Zara and say, or go to someone like me and say, I want like 10 episodes. You are investing in those 10 episodes. And then it's not just those 10 episodes, because you can cut them, reshape them. We will discuss them in the next item anyway. So you can reshape them. You can take them to TikTok. I've seen when Zara creates one episode, I'm not sure how you do that magic and change it completely entirely different. It's the same thing, but it looks differently. It looks different on Instagram, on TikTok. What's your secret behind that? How do you do that, Zara?
Shall I shoot you first? Confide me and I'll tell you my secret. No, it is basically investing in yourself. It's understanding that you need someone to guide you to produce content. Because I remember, Cyrus, when you sent me like this clip of this person showcasing, what was it? No, it was your video. It was your video about like noise cancellation. And I thought to myself, okay, there's two differences. When you go through content, there are particular tricks. There's 3 times that you have to post, and you have to go on to Creator Insight, right? So imagine, Cyrus, this. It's like the things that I produce cost me money because I invest in them. It's like that clip I need. I'm not going to, as a podcaster, as a podcastologist, I'm not going to take a whole 30-minute conversation. I need to draw the most important parts, and I need to time it to the exact moment where I don't say anything, produce my music, showcase what needs to be shown. So my magic is my secret. Contact me for it.
Thank you so much. For those of us who just joined us, you were listening to the founder and the mother of zarapod.com. That's one of your best creations, to be honest, Zarapod. The concept behind it is fantastic, because people come to you and say, okay, I want to become a podcaster. How can you help me? And then they become your guest, or you just help them with however many episodes they want. And the good thing about working with you, Zara, is that the podcasts that we are creating, they're not just podcasts. They are SEO optimization tools. Okay, they're not just. It's guys, remember, please. It's not just about chatting and talking. Okay, it's not about spending time. Right. It's about creating some sort of magic. So how do you do that magic? Basically, you can reshape them. It's not just that episode, right? So the content that you're creating, that there's a reason they call it Evergreen Sales Asset. Why is it called an asset? It's more than just an episode. When you create a podcast or create a piece of intellectual property. So and have you seen people who say, have you ever heard people say, oh, I've got properties in this town, I've got properties in that town, right? So it's like property on the internet. When you create a podcast, right? It's like you purchase property. It's like investment, isn't it? Because that is going to be evergreen. Each episode lives online forever. For as long as the internet is there, that episode will be there. Okay. But as long as you're advertising it and it's not buried under thousands and thousands upon thousands of episodes of podcast, as long as you're advertising it correctly, it will be there. It will be paid attention to. It will demand attention. So each episode lives online forever, continuing to attract new lead long after the release, new leads long after the release. Let me give you an example. One of my best clients found me by was a he's into hypnotism. So she found me on one of the episodes that I haven't even put on my website. I put it on SoundCloud. Back then, I was putting stuff on SoundCloud. And she said, well, you did such and such episode for another hypnotherapist. So I was like, yeah, I've done that. And she was like, yeah, I want the same thing. I want the same length, 40, it was 40 minutes. And I want the same structure. And I want you to create that for me, recreate that for me. And I want to be the star of the show. And I created that for her. She never paid attention to my new work. Like, she went to one of the first episodes that I created. I had forgotten that episode and I struggled to remember it. And she reminded me of that, right? So that's how old that episode was. But when you create an episode, yeah, that happened. When you create an episode, it's evergreen, right? People will find it. This next one's yours. Niche targeting. You're more of an educator than podcaster, and at the same time, you're a podcaster as well. So, you've been podcasting like officially for a short while, but unofficially because you teach ESL, English as a second language, and you're multilingual. You have been experiencing podcasts on a different level, right? So, is your niche education, or is it people with new businesses? So, which one's exactly your niche?
The first time I got a transcription from a podcast. My sister has a business, a startup called Our Spoken Arabic, right? And it's about teaching different dialects. And I remember sitting, I think it was about a year ago, I remember sitting going through like the linguistics of how Arabic is, because Arabic is not Levantine. Is it Levantine? Levantine? No, there's a word for it. There's the word Levantine. Anyway, guys, I love all of you. There's that word. So I remember my sister said to me, but Zara, like, we speak, Emirati Arabic, and we speak Saudi Arabic, and we speak Sudanese Arabic, and it's all very different. So niche targeting is this. I remember I went through the majority of podcasts, Cyrus, and I thought, this is so boring because there's no subtitling or transcription that relates to the user, the listener. right? Because podcasting is educational. And when I went into podcasting, I thought, okay, do you know what? There are niches available. There are niches in the Middle East. There are people who, they want to listen to someone who is very similar to them. The reason I created my podcast is because there are not many people who are aware of Darfur and Sudan and the situations that are happening in Sudan and how Africa is divided. Now, when you see podcasting and you see transcriptions and you see the ideal customers and you go through all your statistics, I have never had anybody who has said to me, well, I wish I didn't listen to the transcript that you transcribed in my dialect. I've never heard that. I think sometimes you have to be aware about the niche target is the most important target. Because if you are not a niche, and the reason I said to you Arabic is because, for example, let me give you 3 examples. I can say to you, I understand in English. I understand, that's 2 words. I can say to you, أنا أفهم كلامك. That's 3, right? In Spanish, puedo tú decir otra cosa? That is what? That is CQ. A lot of podcasters do not understand. There are niches that cover CQ, IQ, and I have podcasts. Well, I have 2 podcasts. I have now a podcast that teaches people your niche, your CQ, your intelligence is very important because nobody wants to waste money subscribing to your channel if they're going to regret it. They need someone to resonate, align with what they're saying. So that's niche.
Absolutely.
I'm a niche.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but if, as they said, some people call it niche, right? So, and there's a saying about it, which goes, riches are in the niches, right? So you have to niche down or niche down, and because on Facebook, when you're advertising on Facebook, you have to pay per click, okay, or per impression, right? So, but in podcasting, you have to remember that you're not wasting your money, you're not wasting your energy, you're not wasting anything. So you are broadcasting, and your ideal customers, they will find you and they will listen to you, right? So it's like the sun is shining. People who like the sun, they will go in the sun and enjoy themselves and catch the rays, as they say, right? So your podcast will be broadcast to the rest of the world, right? So soon we're gonna add our. I mean, it is on pilot right now. Is being tested, but soon we're gonna have our TV channel as well, which is Readers TV. So on that, let me find that one. Yeah, this one. So it's at the bottom of the screen now. Readers TV. So in that one.
Cyrus, can you share the screen because we can't see the screen?
Oh, you can't see the screen. I'm sorry. No, it's at the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. Okay.
Guys, Cyrus is still here. He's fiddling around with things. You'll find it soon. Yep.
There you go. So we're gonna
thank you.
Go to, no problem. We're gonna go to
Readers TV.
Readers TV.
Bring our friend, our team member, Christiana. We love you.
Christiana. We love you, Christiana. Okay. There you go. So if the video is live, you will see this at the corner. It's live, and if it's pre-recorded, so it's pre-recorded. You won't see it on it. let me show you one of our good friends here. Oh yeah, this one. She's an expert of really rare expertise. So miscarriage, baby loss, and identity. So she basically, her niche is baby loss and miscarriage. So that's something that not many people dare to discuss online, but she does it beautifully, and she's a courageous woman. She's oh my god, you have to watch her shows. She's fantastic. So she's on LinkedIn, and not because not everyone has LinkedIn. So we created Readers TV, and Readers TV enables people to watch videos that are happening inside LinkedIn without having to be on LinkedIn, if that makes sense. So it's a bridge between LinkedIn users and non-LinkedIn users. So now I'm going to stop sharing there and go and continue the final few items that we have to mention. So please remember, niche down, and when you're talking about something, just narrow it down to something that is going to have fans and followers and audience. Please don't say, I just want to have a podcast. I'm going to talk about anything. No, that's not what people do when they go to the shop. I'm going to go to the shop, and I'm just going to buy anything. I don't know, right? And when you ask some people, what is it that it's going to be about? And they're like, oh, I don't want it to be about this. Oh, I don't want it to be about that. Okay, so I won't go to the shop and say, oh, hi, good morning, I'm here. I don't want jam, really. Okay, I know, and now I know what you don't want. What is it that you want? Oh, I don't want any butter. Oh, okay, that's brilliant. What is it that you want? We already have some bread. I don't want bread either. So what is it that you want? So you need to find your niche and come to us and consult with us. And either you will go with us, or we will consult. We will give you advice so you can do it standalone and do it yourself. So the next thing is, out of the list of 10 reasons a business must create a podcast that sells, the next item is community building. You just saw Fontaine earlier on the show. So she's a part of our community. You are looking at Zara. She's on the screen, right? You're looking at me, Whisper Boy, Cyrus. I am a part of your community. Okay, so we have created a community, and to help this community grow, what is it that we are doing? We are creating multiple websites, and we are advertising our friends. Okay, who else would we advertise? Our enemies? We don't have any. We just advertise our friends.
You know, Cyrus, when I interviewed the mayor of Sheffield, after like 128, imagine 128.
Zara, you can't say mayor of Sheffield and not mention her. Just please say her full name.
Safia Said, Safia. Sorry, no, because you know, oh wow,
she's brilliant.
She was talking about like sense of community building, and she started Upreach. You know, like there wasn't that many people, and she had a vision to believe in building her community, not just like the Somalis or like just women who all had skulls. It was literally everybody that needed her. She was there. And you know, the Lord Mayor of Sheffield, you know what she said? She said, Zara, this. Imagine you carry a candle. Sometimes you have to cover your candle to shade it so people don't blow it out, right? And I thought to myself, that's a very Arabic saying. You know, she grew up in Dubai. I would have never thought that they would be. And it's really nice to see Safia Said's pictures. Like, minorities are building communities from up. You know, there was stupid things that we say, right? You know how you build a house from the ground up? How else are you going to build it? You say that expression, right? Safia Said built it from the top down, because you know what she did? She came with her education, her knowledge, her passion. She wasn't raised poor, but she looks at the foundation and says, in order for the foundation to be strong, I need to see where the holes are, looking up, down. My mother always says to me this saying, Cyrus, I'll say this very quickly to our listeners. Sometimes when you are an eagle, you look down and you see chickens and you grab them. You can either be a chicken or you can be an eagle. Come be an eagle with us, right? Be an eagle. Come find me in Cyrus. Come find me.
Come and find us.
Come find us. Because if I can interview a mayor on my 3rd episode of Real Talk Reclaim, what boundaries do you have? Like, it's so incredible to see people who, like William Plange, for example, Cyrus. Yeah. No, like, go to her episode on Spotify. Oh my God, Safia. Hi, Safia. Like, she's my cousin, right? Imagine. Oh my God. I was like honored, when you're like starstruck and you think to yourself, well, I'm a podcaster.
Is that the one?
Yeah. Sheffield's first black hijabi. No, the top one. Breaking Barriers. Yeah, the top one. Like, imagine that. I was literally like, wait, what? No, look at this person. Look at this person. It was only
Can you
voice.
hear that? Yeah.
No, we can't hear it.
You can't hear it now.
No.
Okay, you can see it though, yeah?
Yeah, but like,
the issue was just on the audio.
Imagine that,
Okay,
Cyrus.
So,
oh my God. Podcasters. Like,
yep.
Our work is not just only speaking, but our work is taking people to understand that you are worthy of being your own brand, because we take people to flights and they take us higher, they take us higher. I love it. I loved interviewing her.
Check this episode out.
Real Talk Reclaimed with your host Zara Camp. Today we have someone with us who is remarkable. Now the question we're asking today is, what does it take to lead a place where the system is not designed for someone like yourself? So would you like to introduce yourselves, my guest? And I will mute my mic.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Zara. Thank you so much for having me today. My name is Safia Saeed. I am the local councillor here in Burnley. I am also the newly appointed Lord Mayor of Sheffield.
It's amazing. So, Safia, in relation to what you've done, you moved to Sheffield in around the 1980s, so 1985. What is Sheffield like to our listeners? What's it like?
Well, Sheffield, I was 13 when I moved to Sheffield, and one thing we noticed straight away that it was hilly, very hilly around, and it was something out of movie. It was, the roads were weird. We come from Dubai, so I'm from Somaliland originally, born and bred in Dubai. And everything was sandy over there, more or less, very sunny, hot sun. People, as children, we used to play barefoot and everything. So came here and noticed that it was a lot more narrower. People, there was a system. There's a lot of queuing.
Very British, a lot of queuing. So at the age of 13, she went to Sheffield. It could be worse. She could have gone to Liverpool. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm joking.
No, but
all right, so
what?
back to
Cyrus. No, but Cyrus.
You have to cut this bit out.
No, I was like, leave it all in. When I put it through. And remember, you told us about Adobe, Adobe, not the bread, Adobe Audition, right? Not Adobe. Adobe. Is it called Adobe Audition or Adobe?
Adobe Audition.
Adobe.
Audition, yeah.
And now I've started tagging them. They've been like filling my inbox on TikTok with stuff. imagine like I went as a podcaster, you have to edit things, right? And I remember thinking to myself, shall I cut that bit out? But how she wanted to. I came from Dubai. Look at England now. And I'm just like, wow. You have to, when you have a guest, you have to listen to everything that they say. And you cannot cut things out. Especially when you come from humble places. Not humble places, but she comes from Dubai. That's not humble. Sorry.
So thank you, Zara. So regarding community building, guys, please remember, you can create a Facebook page, right? But that creates community. But there's a massive difference between text and image and the reach that a podcast gives you. Why? Because when you're driving, you can't be watching images or reading text and focus on them. Some people do, but well, they shouldn't. So you can listen to things in your on your earphones, in your headphones, when you are doing other things. So podcasting is kind of linked with multitasking. Okay, so you are the voice that people listen to when they are not focused on other things. Okay, when they are traveling, when they're commuting. Imagine people traveling from Manchester to London, and then they're on the bus for like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours. Mostly, me personally, I listen to podcasts, right? And put my headphones on, shut my eyes, and just chill for like 4 or 5 hours. And you can listen to lots of episodes. You can listen to the music, right? So podcasts have found their ways on platforms like Spotify now. Okay, so your episodes will be side by side with people's music. Okay, that's where you want to be. So you will be sharing the stage with all the famous people, right? And your episode will be on there. That's me. That's what me and Zara are doing. We are making people more famous than they are right now. Okay, so I don't know anyone who's ever told us, oh, ever
Cyrus.
since you created that podcast for me, I'm less famous. So
No,
go on, Zara, sorry.
no, Cyrus. You know, I did the episode on From Duffel with Love, and like, you know, when you think it's the best ever that you've ever produced, and you put it through everything. Now,
It's a well-made episode, that one. I like that.
You told me that I need to adjust it. Anyways, the first Sudanese man that wrote a cookbook who is mixed race like me, I'm going to interview him because of that episode. You know, and if you go to London and you go to Alma Arts, you will see his book, and it's called Madbakh Sudan, which is the kitchen of Sudan.
Sudan's kitchen?
Sudan's kitchen, yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're bilingual, multilingual as well. Sorry, Cyrus. God, I forget.
You speak like 5 languages. I
They
speak
all
only 2.
happen in my head together, Cyrus. They just, yeah. Yeah, so guys, genuinely, From Darfur with Love. And imagine, like, Cyrus, I've only had, how many episodes? 10. Right, I've had 10 episodes. And I'm like thinking, who in South Africa is hearing this? Because I'm ranting at my laptop.
Well, the thing is, it's, to be honest with you, Zara, it's not about how many episodes. Where have you put them? Have you put them on Spotify? Have you put them on YouTube? Have you put them on Buzzsprout? It depends where you put them. The next, thank you, Zara. The next thing, so we're gonna move past this point, guys.
Yes.
Community building is what you need for your business, and podcasting is what gives you that opportunity. I call it an opportunity because it is an opportunity. Trust through education. If you teach me something, I am in your debt forever. if you teach me something, if I learn something, that's reciprocity in 3D, right? It's there in front of you, in front of your eyes. So learn, you learn something from me, you become my friend. You teach me something, I'll become more loyal to you because you taught me something, right? And you made it possible for me to survive, thrive, right? So these things are never, they don't get forgotten easily. People become more loyal towards you and your business if you teach them stuff. So by teaching something valuable, you earn the right to make an offer. Okay, so at the I'll explain this bit towards the end. I'll remember to circle back on this one in a few moments. Maybe I should do that practically. So, and the last one is multi-platform leverage. What do we mean by that? So your podcast can be repurposed into blog posts. You have seen them. You see text, and then a podcast episode or YouTube channel video you can click on, and then text, another episode, right? You can see them on people's websites, right? So it is so repurposable, if that's the word. I hope it is. So the next one is YouTube videos, social media clips, and media content. So just to give you the short version, you can create it and then you can repurpose it and cut it as you please. Put 10 seconds on YouTube, 5 seconds on Instagram, or as you are in the middle of one of your episodes, you can borrow one of your previous episodes and add it on to your current episode. There's plenty of stuff you can do. So I'm gonna share my screen now, and I'm gonna go to podcastologist.com, right? Podcastologist.com. This takes you straight to our solutions for people who want to have podcasts. Podcastologist production packages are here. By the way, if you want to present your business to the world, come to us, and then we will do what we did for Fountain earlier and introduce you to our community. We have a phenomenal community, and I'm grateful to them. So you can choose 1 episode, 5 episodes, or 10 episodes, depending upon your preference. If you want a starter pack, advanced pack, or premium pack or package. So if you need music for the beginning of your episodes or the end of them, they call them jingles. Okay, so if you need a jingle for your podcast, let us know. Okay, and some people say, "Oh, I'm not a podcaster. I don't want a podcast." It's okay. Come to us. We will create an audio file for you and share that audio file. You can call it what you want. So it's not about what you call it; it's what it does for you, right? It will take you to places you wouldn't imagine it would take you. It takes you to countries you wouldn't imagine. I know one of my friends showed me his stats, and he doesn't speak Japanese or anything. And his highest, it's happened to me as well, by the way. His highest number of fans are in Japan. My highest number of fans are in England, America, Canada, and Germany. Like, I don't speak German. How on earth did that happen? Well, it happened. I don't know how it happened, right? You can't help who likes you, right? So, and you need to find people who dislike you as well. Remember, you need people who don't like you. They will talk about you. They're the ones who talk. You need people who like you passionately and dislike you passionately, right? So you need both, okay? Please do not be offended if someone says, "Oh, I don't like your hair." Well, that's fantastic. You just talked about my hair. Thank you. Okay, so so you gave me some of your time, right? I am on your mind, okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't hate or like me, right? So that's how you should look at the podcast episode. So definitely, please go to Whisper Boys Podcastologist. Okay, go to podcastologist.com. Choose the type of product that you want. Do you want 1 episode? Do you want 5 episodes or 10 episodes? Let us know, and we'll be more than glad to help you. So on that note, we're gonna bring this episode to an end. Again, before we finish, please remember, you need to learn how to record yourself. Okay, so you need something like Adobe Audition, right? This is a software, Adobe Audition, right? So you open the file, and the file gets loaded there. Then you will see the audio in there in the form of in the form of a wave file. Okay, this is the wave file, and this is basically how this what this application is about. Okay, so you can create and edit your audio files in there. I hope to see the day that you also enjoy using this and make money out of it. Your business deserves to sell. Okay, create a podcast. And if you have any problems with Adobe Audition, go to Zara. I'm teaching her everything that she needs to know about Adobe Audition.
There's a
Do you need
lot.
to know everything about it?
Yeah. There's
There
6
is.
points you have to, but I think it's very worth it when you put a think through it, Cyrus. Like today, I had an episode with Fontaine, and all I could hear was a cat in the background. And I was
Did
like,
you remove that?
wow. Like,
How long did it take?
How long did it take? She was like, I can't hear a cat. And I'm like thinking, but I don't know if it's the neighbor's cat or.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it took not long with Adobe Audition, not very long. But for example,
it's
like
almost
Audacity
instantly. Yeah.
takes longer because with Adobe, you can remember you showed us about like removing it with an eraser. I was like rubbing the whole thing out. And then I realized I lost the voice of Fontaine and I have to like
undo.
Yeah, I did that, but I was thinking what other plugins I need to buy. But
This is what Zara's talking about. So she heard that cat thingy.
No, I sent you. Oh God, no! But this is like an hour and 2 minutes.
Oh no!
I sent it to you. I was just like, I cleaned it, Cyrus, and I was like thinking, oh my word, let me send it to another podcaster to tell me, is this okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I managed to clean it somehow.
So sometimes you record something and then it basically is not the way you want it, and then sometimes you have to re-record. And I've certainly had so many good memories with Adobe. It's really annoying sometimes. So the point is, as we started, so I'm going to circle back on that. As we started at the beginning of the show, AI is coming. Okay, it's not coming for you, but it's coming for all of us, right? So it's not AI, it's people who know how to use AI, right? So they're going to cut down on their costs. Therefore, they're going to be using automation for everything, because automation never gets sick. That's their logic, right? That they think, okay, automation never gets sick. The industry owners think like that. It never chats back. It's never hungover, never drinks. Automation is automation. You use it, and that's it. And it's cheaper. So soon
AI talks back to me. She says, "How can I help you,
that's
Zara?"
That's a different story. That's a different story. What I meant was, every time you use AI, you're putting someone out of work. Please remember that. Okay, so what comes around goes around, right? So every time someone else in the near future, you could be one of those people. So therefore, we are insisting on illuminating people, illuminate people's minds, right? Please create a podcast or some sort of video channel or audio channel to protect your business from going bust within the next 3 to 5 years. All of this is going to happen. Okay. If you didn't hear this, you could turn around and say, oh, I didn't know that. Now you do. Now you know, right? So whoever you go to, find someone you want to do a podcast with, okay, and team up with them. Create a community, create a team. And I can't find a better person than Zara. And if you come to me, it would be a pleasure. It would be an honor for me, and I will help you as well. Always remember, you can write to us at info@whisperboy.com, and you can find Zara on LinkedIn as well, and her website is going to be functional soon, because it's being worked on at the moment. By the way, if you want a website, also let us know. If you want a website, also please let us know. And we know good website designers, and we will send you a code. If you want the code, let us know. It saves you, how much was it? It saves you 150.
No, £300. It's £300.
300. Yeah. So if you share it, if you share it, £150 each. If you give it to the person, gift it, it's £300. So let us know if you want that.
Where's
Because
my
that can be.
£150, Cyrus? Where's my 150?
So you saved that. You saved that when you created your website. So I sent you the share version. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us to this episode, which was called 10 Reasons a Business Must Create a Podcast to Sell. Thank you so much for joining us. Any final words? Any closing comments, Zara?
Yes, find me. Because if you don't, I'll come and find you.
Yes, find me. If you don't find me, I'll come and find you.